There comes a moment in life when the real problem reveals itself. It is not lack of intelligence. It is not lack of opportunity. It is not even lack of discipline. It is fragmentation. You think clearly about what should be done. You feel something different, and you act in a third direction. This silent division drains strength, not because life is against you, but because you are divided against yourself. The Triquetra does not appear to impress. It appears to expose this fracture. 3 interwoven arcs. No beginning, no end. One continuous movement. It is not mystical decoration. It is a structural diagram of coherence. And coherence is power. The Triquetra is not an ancient symbol. It is a structural map. Most people believe strength comes from intensity, more effort, more ambition, more pressure. But pressure without alignment creates collapse. The Triquetra represents 3 inseparable forces: thought, emotion, action. Not stacked, not competing. Interwoven. When thought dominates without emotional awareness, rigidity appears. When emotion dominates without clarity, chaos takes control. When action moves without either, repetition becomes inevitable. The symbol does not speak about perfection. It speaks about structural integrity. When the 3 remain connected, identity stabilizes. When one breaks away, conflict begins. And conflict sustained over time becomes exhaustion. The historical origin of the before theology, before doctrine. The Triquetra predates Christianity by centuries. Its earliest known appearances are found in pre-Christian, Celtic and Germanic cultures, particularly between the 5th century BCE and the early medieval period. It appears carved in stone monuments, metalwork, and illuminated manuscripts. In Celtic regions such as Ireland, Scotland, and parts of Britain, the triple forms symbolize natural triads, deeply rooted in their worldview. Land, sea, and sky. Birth, life, and death. Past, present, and future. The Celts understood reality through triplicity, not dual conflict, but dynamic balance among 3 forces. The symbol later appears in Norse art, often connected to concepts of fate, continuity, and the interconnectedness of existence. It is found in Viking-era artifacts and interlaced designs that reflect the same principle. Unity through complexity. By the 8th and 9th centuries, the Triquetra was incorporated into Christian manuscripts, such as the Book of Kells. At this stage, it became associated with the Holy Trinity, Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. But the structure of the symbol did not change. Only the interpretation did. 3 elements. 1 unity. Continuous flow. The persistence of the symbol across cultures suggests something important. It survived not because of religion, but because it represents a universal psychological truth. Human beings fracture, and they seek integration. The Triquetra endured because it speaks to that need. Thinking, feeling, acting. The architecture of integrity. Modern psychology confirms what ancient symbolism already expressed. Internal coherence predicts stability. When what you think aligns with what you feel, clarity emerges. When what you feel aligns with what you do, confidence grows. When what you do reflects what you believe, identity solidifies. But when these elements conflict, something subtle happens. Energy leaks. Self-doubt increases. Motivation weakens. Not because you are incapable, but because you are divided. The Triquetra reveals that fragmentation is not dramatic. It is quiet. It shows up when you know the truth, but delay action. When you feel conviction, but avoid expression. When you act to please others while betraying your own clarity. Each time coherence breaks, identity The symbol does not moralize. It does not command. It shows the cost of disconnection. Coherence as psychological strength. True strength is not loud. It is aligned. When thought, emotion, and action move together, hesitation decreases. Decisions accelerate. Energy concentrates. You stop negotiating with yourself. You stop justifying contradictions. You stop living in internal debate. This is not about controlling life. It is about stabilizing yourself. Coherence produces a quiet authority. not dominance over others, direction over your own path. The Triquetra does not promise transcendence. It proposes integration. And integration changes everything, because when you are internally unified, external chaos loses power. You respond instead of reacting. You decide instead of drifting. You build instead of repeating. In the end, the Triquetra asks a simple question. Are you whole? Not perfect, not flawless. Whole. Do your decisions reflect your values? Do your actions honor your convictions? Does your behavior align with your declared intentions? If not, the work is not external. It is structural, and structure can be rebuilt. The Triquetra does not exist to be admired. It exists to be applied, because coherence is not inherited. It is chosen. And the moment you choose alignment, fragmentation loses control. That is not symbolism. That is transformation.